Do you know exactly what the graders are looking for in the writing section of the TOEFL test, or are you just guessing and hoping for the best? If you're preparing for the updated 2026 TOEFL exam and want to ace the academic discussion, you're in the right place. I'm Aisha, a test prep expert at study.com. Since study.com is the official TOEFL test prep partner, our practice materials are developed in collaboration with the makers of the test, so what you practice is what you'll face on test day. In this video, we'll tackle how to structure your academic discussion response so you can walk into that test center feeling completely confident. You'll learn how to outline, write, and proofread a high-scoring response in 10 minutes. Ready to jump in? Let's do it. The updated 2026 TOEFL writing section has 12 items that you must complete in about 23 minutes. This includes building sentences, writing emails, and the one we're focusing on today, writing for academic discussion. So what does this academic discussion task look like? Imagine you are in a college class and your professor posts a discussion topic online. Two of your classmates have already posted their responses. Your job is to read the professor's prompt, skim what your classmates said, and then write your own contribution to the discussion. You only have 10 minutes to complete this, and you want to aim for at least 100 words. Here's the most important thing to keep in mind. You cannot just repeat what your classmates said. You need to bring a fresh perspective or point to the table while answering the professor's question. Now, how do you structure a winning response in just 10 minutes? Because the clock is ticking, you need to get straight to the point. Let's see how to do this in 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to state your claim immediately. Just answer the professor's question directly and make your stance crystal clear. You can briefly acknowledge one of your classmates here to show you actually read their post. Step 2 is to explain why you hold this opinion. Give a solid, logical reason that supports your stance. Finally, step 3 is to back it up with a concrete example. This is the secret sauce for a high score. Graders love details. Illustrate your point with a personal experience, a hypothetical scenario, or a real-world example. Now, if you really want to level up, try adding a quick splash of nuance, a brief nod to the other side of the argument to show the graders you truly get the big picture. Then, land your argument with one punchy closing sentence that ties everything together. Let's look at a practice question so you can see exactly how this works. How do you approach this? Read the professor's question carefully. Find the core topic and the specific question you need to answer. Then, skim those student posts. You're not trying to debate every detail, so don't overanalyze these responses. Notice what's missing from their points. Your goal is to find that untapped angle and step in with your unique contribution. Once you have that, you're ready to build your response. Look at this sample response. It briefly acknowledges a classmate, but quickly shifts into the writer's own opinion on plastic manufacturers. The middle section supports this with logic. Consumers can't recycle things that facilities won't take, so we need policy changes targeting corporations. Then comes a concrete, real-world example to prove this point. Notice how there is zero fluff here? A weaker response might start with something like, "This is a very interesting topic, Mr. Rodriguez." In a strong response, you don't have time to make small talk. Every single word is working to answer the prompt. On top of that, the writer uses precise vocabulary and a variety of sentence structures to express ideas clearly and effectively. Here's a pro tip. Keep an eye on your word count as you wrap up that example. Once you hit around 110 to 120 words of well-supported text, you are in the golden zone. Spend the final seconds checking for typos and you're good to go. All right, you've seen the process in action, now it's your turn. We've got another discussion prompt coming up on screen. Go ahead and pause the video, set a timer for 10 minutes, and write your response just like you would on the real test. When you're finished, drop your answers in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Ready? Let's go. Make sure that your response hits these 3 main targets. First, your content should be relevant. You have to address the prompt and contribute meaningfully. You can agree or disagree with your classmates, but you must add your own original reasoning. Next, the structure should be coherent. Follow the 3-step formula we just walked through so your ideas flow logically. Third, proper use of language. Graders want to see a mix of complex and simple sentence structures, precise vocabulary, and very few grammatical errors. They don't expect absolute perfection in 10 minutes, but it needs to be easy to read and understand. Even a simple opinion can score well if you explain it clearly and support it with details. Now that we've covered the layout and the logic, let's review some final strategies and key takeaways to make this second nature on test day. First, train your brain to find the third angle. Start by looking for gaps in everyday arguments. You can actually do this while reading the news, scrolling through social media, or listening to podcasts. If you see 2 people arguing about, say, public transit versus driving, don't pick a side. Instead, try to instantly think of a third factor neither of them mentioned, like how it impacts local small businesses or air quality. If you start doing this in real life, finding that hidden angle on test day will feel like second nature. Now, the hardest part for most students isn't stating an opinion. It's inventing a detailed example on the spot. You only have a few minutes to write, so don't waste time trying to remember a perfectly true story. Before test day, build a fact file of flexible, generic scenarios that you can twist to fit almost any topic. Think about a time your local community changed a rule, a project you worked on at school or a job, or a decision your city council made. Whether the prompt is about the environment, technology, or education, you can mold one of those baseline stories to fit the prompt perfectly. Our third strategy is practice writing with a strict 10-minute limit. When you're practicing at home, don't give yourself the luxury of a casual writing session. Set a timer and force yourself to finish a 120-word response before the alarm goes off. Spend 2 minutes reading and planning, 7 minutes writing, and use the final minute to proofread. Learning what it feels like to write under time pressure is the best way to prevent panic on test day. And if you're looking for practice material that actually feels like the real TOEFL exam, Study.com gives you authentic TOEFL exam-style questions designed to match the test day experience. Our TOEFL test prep course is built with the exam creators, so the practice questions mirror exactly what you'll see on test day. Study.com helps you track your progress and even predict how you're trending towards your target TOEFL score. Our personalized AI study coach doesn't just give answers, it gives targeted feedback, next steps, and support that helps you improve faster. Remember that the academic discussion task rewards clear thinking. A response that is focused and supported with relevant details will usually score better than one trying too hard to sound sophisticated. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you don't miss our other TOEFL exam videos. We're rooting for you every step of the way. You've got this.